Hey everybody, so today we're going to be showing you guys how to make a bootable USB of Windows. And nope, this isn't like an installer, like a regular bootable USB installer. What this is going to be doing is we're going to have actually Windows that's going to be on an actual USB here. It's called Windows to Go. It uses the same installer you can actually grab off of Microsoft's website, and you can actually make it into a bootable form factor that you can use as a to-go USB for. Mainly, it's not a laptop replacement or anything like that, but it's good for maybe troubleshooting, maybe getting some data off of a laptop, maybe with a blue screen or some other type of OS issue, or also just doing diagnostics on a laptop and not messing with any type of software. This isn't anything that should be used as like a laptop replacement or anything like that. It's mainly just for to-go features and just maybe test out a few things and just to run some programs on it, maybe just to test it out. So let's just show you guys how to install it and pretty much what it's about. All right, so if you want to get started, the best thing to do, I'd like to just show you guys this page. This is just an overall document on pretty much what it is for Windows to Go. You're definitely welcome to read it. We do have the website up here. You can go check it out. It's an actual document that's on Microsoft's website about Windows to Go and what it is. And you'll see that there is actually a very interesting thing that it says here. It says Windows to Go has been removed as a Windows 10 feature on 2004 and later operating systems. So it doesn't have any updates or anything else, doesn't allow you to stay current, blah, blah, blah. But we do have a way that you could still use the official installer that they do give you from the website, and you're able to actually still use it. It's an actual from Microsoft.com. This is no third party. This isn't no shady website or anything like that. This is the actual official page of Windows. You want to grab a USB, and as we do see here, and we've actually noticed before, we tried on a few of the 2.0 USBs, and they've been giving us some issues. We don't know exactly which USBs do work for something like this, but we definitely want to get at least a 3.0 and above, because we tried on a few 3.0s and they seem to work totally fine. So you would want to grab a USB itself, and what you'll do is you will go to the tool here, and you just want to hit download the tool. And you can pretty much save it anywhere. And what it's doing, it's a very small file, and what it's going to do is it's going to prompt you to install. And it just says getting a few things ready. And what it's going to do is you go from here, you can actually set it up. It's not too bad. This is mainly just getting the file that we need to put actually on the USB itself. And if you already do have an ISO file, that's if you don't have an ISO file, which is the actual application file that Windows would be to install, you can just kind of skip this part. You can go to the next part. This thing, it's pretty straightforward. You just hit, it says getting a few things ready. You're just downloading the actual file itself from the major from Microsoft.com. So, all right, and for something like this, we just want to go, what do you want to do? Well, we don't want to upgrade this PC, because what that's going to do is that's going to put it on this PC that we have here. So we just want to get a file. So it says create an installation media. It's a USB flash drive, DVD, ISO, or anything else. So we want to do that, and what we like to do, you can uncheck this so you can put pretty much any type of architecture you want. If you want 64-bit or you want 32-bit, we can do both, so it'll be kind of cool. And a lot of them just say Windows 10, but we'll show you that in the future. So now it says which media do you want to use. If you choose the USB flash drive, this isn't going to help you install what we're going to explain here today, which is a to-go USB. This is just going to have it installed on a USB so you have the file itself. And I can't say for sure if it's going to actually make it a bootable Windows. I'm not sure, but that's not even the point of the video. The point of the video is mainly just to get the ISO file. So you want to click ISO file, and then what you want to do is you can click wherever you want to download it, and it's going to take some time. And whenever you're done with that, this is a really good software for making bootable devices or anything like that. We're not sponsored, of course, by any of them yet. We would love to, of course, but this is just a free software that you can use, and it's really good. It's called Rufus, R-U-F-U-S, and it's a utility to make a regular USB with any type of ISO file. You can also make Linux ones. You can make a lot of other ones. But again, you guys can look it up when you see it. This is a really good software you can also download. There's one that's called a portable. I always recommend doing more of a portable softwares because it's not installing anything actually on your system. So when you click the portable one, you can download it. Alright, so it's great. So what it's going to do is it's going to detect the USB that you have here. Make sure you do check your USB. You don't check anything else. It usually does a really good job. It shouldn't really detect any hard drives. As you can see, we just have a USB here. So now what you want to do is you want to select your ISO image. And you can click, we can do the latest one because we do get the latest one. We got the June one that came out. And what you want to do is, it's very interesting here. So if you want to just make a regular standard Windows installation, there's not a whole lot to really do. If you really want to make a Windows to go, you see there's a feature here that says Windows to go. And we can click Windows to go, and it's going to let you do exactly what we wanted to do. So you can leave all these settings alone. You can copy these settings if they're a little bit different for you here. You don't have to have the latest Rufus. You can have an older one that should still work just the same. You want to make sure at least that's GPT. You want to make sure it's UEFI, and you also want to make sure the file system is NTFS because it's going to read it like a regular Windows hard drive. So everything looks good like that. Then what you can do is you can go to the volume label here, and we can change it to whatever we want. We can call it Windows 10 Bootable, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. Or we go Windows 10 Boot. So we can do that, and it's going to be ready. And what it's going to do is if you have anything on this drive, it's going to format it totally completely so there won't be anything left. It's going to partition it the right way it will do for some type of Windows. So let's do that. And we'll hit start. And what it's going to do is it's going to ask you which version of Windows you want to install. You'll see N. N is by any of these, or it's usually just a removal of media features. If you're using this more for like just troubleshooting and any other thing like that, maybe just testing, I would just make sure you leave it in because you get a full version of Windows. Again, none of these are activated itself because defeats the whole purpose of why they would do this, because nothing is ever activated. But you can just click any of them, so just Windows 10 Pro, and it's ask you if you want to clear out the drive, and just double check to make sure again that you're using the right drive. It will give you the capacity and everything like that, so you can say yes. And what it's going to do now is just install all the way through. So just give it time, and once it's done, then you just wait for it to say ready. Once it's done, then you can go take it out. So you can go to any type of laptop like Windows, HP, and the Dells. You can either hit escape F12 if you want to get to boot menu, use the drive there. If you didn't notice, I actually want to show this one because this is actually pretty cool too. If you look what's actually plugged in there, it's not just a USB, it's actually a micro SD card that's actually plugged in. You can also do this on micro SD cards and flash cards, so it works like that as well. You can do it the same type of way. We just have another machine just to show you guys here, so it's pretty cool. You can use a USB 3.0, and we do know it works on a micro SD card, even though it has two different adapters on there. It does work, so that's a great thing at least to see there. So we'll just load it on here and see what else happens. And then you do get to Windows here. You can see it all worked pretty fine. And it's not the best. It's a little bit slow sometimes, obviously, because it's not accessing the main storage there. It's just through a dongle, obviously, and it's through USB. So, but you can see your drives here, and if you need to pull any data, you can definitely do that as well. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to make Windows 10 to go. It's a bootable device that's really good for, especially for troubleshooting or maybe just testing out a software before you use it. These aren't very reliable, and they can crash, especially because it's a USB that's being run as a hard drive for Windows. So I definitely wouldn't recommend using it as a laptop replacement or an actual separate operating system replacement, or storing any personal data or files or anything like that on there. Just a good tool just to test out other softwares, or maybe troubleshoot computers, or however else they may be. Maybe you do have some type of workstation that you just want to test out something real quick, or maybe transfer files from one hard drive to another, anything like that. It's good for that. You can at least see stuff and maybe run some test softwares and anything else that you do really see that. Of course, if you're ever getting Windows, always make sure that you do buy the actual license for the Windows itself, and support always the developers, because man, they put a lot of work and effort to making your experience a little bit better. So always definitely give them some love and always support them as much as you possibly can. Hope you guys found this video very informative and enjoyable. It's good to show you, especially with the latest ones, that you can do it. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please leave a like down below if you found this very entertaining and useful for information for anything that you guys may be using this for. And subscribe for this content. We like to do not just some software installs, we like to talk about cool things that we do see, or maybe there's some tools that we might think might be usable. We also do a lot of day recoveries, and go ahead and check out our store. We actually recently did open up. All the links should be in the description below.